Hello, this is the daily Forex report for August 26th. We're going to look at the US Japanese yen pair first. This particular pair closed down, did break the previous session's high, but closed down overall. This pair has a downward bias, maybe moving sideways a little bit right now, but definitely a downward bias. Look for it to potentially go as high as 85.28, possibly as low as 83.71. Look for some resistance around 84.75. And look for some support around 83.75. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this particular pair closed higher, is moving down overall, but starting to swing around. Look for it to potentially go as high as 128.37, possibly as low as 125.64. Look for some resistance around 127.75, and look for some support around 126.48. Now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this particular pair closed higher. Overall, definitely moved back into this range, at least in the high, pulled back prior to the close. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 156.78, possibly as low as 153.64. Look for some resistance around 155.95, and look for some support around 154.50. Okay, now looking at the US Swiss, this particular pair closed lower, closed below previous support. We are looking for it to continue to the downside. If we get a reversal, look for it to go to 1.0380, possibly as low as 10157. Look for some resistance around 10285, and look for some support around 10225. Okay, now as far as news announcements, we really don't have any significant news announcements being released anytime soon. Wanted to take a look at the week time frame on the euro. If you notice, we have this strong run up and it is pulled back down. Let's take a look at the fib, where it is on our Fibonacci retracement. It pretty much tagged our 50 mark. You see this 50% retracement from this run up, and now it looks like, you know, obviously we're not at the end of the week, but if you zoom in, you can see right now we're pretty much created a doji bar for this last week on the week time frame. So a good play. Doji bars obviously aren't always right because this one continued to move higher, but a lot of times they can signal a good pivot point to catch the market as it swings back around. Now, one way to do that would be, assuming it closes in a doji formation or fairly close tomorrow, you could look to grab, basically buy a few pips above the 38.2, which would be right around the you would be buying around the 127.88 mark. And then look to bring it on up to this area and then have a target up here as well if you wanted. Just to give you an idea of kind of what that looks like, this run would be roughly 209 pips to the upside, 207. You could put your stop loss, you could use a 1-to-1 basically below the low here and look for it to move up. Knowing that doji bar signal reversals, catch this upswing back up to this point. From here, look to buy and then look to exit. You could also, when it hits this, go to break even and look for it to even go up to this point and on. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.